What up, what up? It's Thursday, early September. So, just want to give a little recap, vlog, so to speak, of my daily. And just give you a little idea of what it takes to maintain. So, by maintain, I mean run your own business, work part-time, and do what you love. So, sometimes I end up working more than full-time. Let's be real. There you go. Myth number 1. Busted. Do personal trainers have, like, a chill every day? You go, you do it, you're gone, you get to chill, you get to work out, eat all the time, and all expenses paid, and you get to have a great body for free? No. Not true. The fact of the matter is you gotta meet with people. So you can't go there and then do something unless the other person actually comes to the thing. So part of your job as a personal trainer is actually just to get people to be consistent. Let me turn my AC. You gotta get people to be consistent, because if they're not consistent, they're not gonna see results, and if they don't see results, why would they continue working with you? Like, that's dumb. Don't expect people to be on your team unless your team is banging. And that brings me to point number 2. When you get your team banging, you're going to run into a whole nother set of problems than you had from before when you couldn't get your team banging and where you didn't have anybody that wanted to be on your team. Meaning, once you actually get clients, you got to be able to program these clients. And by program, I mean, like, come up with things for them to do, workout plans that are going to yield them the results that they want. Let me adjust myself. So that means you gotta have good stuff for them to do, and you have to be an actual teacher. You can't just be a trainer, go there and be like, everyone do this, because it's not one size fits all. So a lot of people can't do even sometimes what you planned for them to do, and you gotta be able to be quick on your feet and just be like, screw that, we're doing this instead. So, flexibility. And that means when you have a lot of people, you gotta do a lot of programming. And that takes time, and it's not paid at most gyms. So, instance when I do free work, number 1. Instance when I work free blocks, let's call them blocks. I don't even like to call it time. So when I work free blocks, I have to also try to drum up business for the business that I'm working in, which I guess is kind of the cost of what I would be paying if I was doing insurance by myself. And no, I'm not insured. I mean, you do it at your own risk. Have you ever signed a waiver? Sign the waiver. Anyway, so then you got a bunch of people and you're like, oh my god, this is great. But when am I going to have time to get their program together? So you got to make that time. And right now is one of those times. I just got home. I had no breakfast this morning, but I got myself a nice coffee ready. Iced. A little bit of sugar, not too much sugar. And I think today I actually did half and half because I like having pimples, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so sometimes I do like coconut milk. Got to the gym, did my first client. Her mobility is an issue, so we work on stuff like that. We did some strength training. We did some yoga stretches. We did some core work. And we had to do all of this without disturbing lots of her different injuries and problem areas. So you got to be flexible, like I said. Came in with a plan, but then had to tweak things on the fly. Then, all of a sudden, bam, another surprise. Instead of having a regularly scheduled client, I had what's called at my gym, I'm not going to say what it's called. Whatever. Anyway, a free sort of promotional first-time workout where we get paid less than half of what we usually get paid to do a planned workout with a complete stranger that we don't know anything about. And we gotta make it good. And we gotta sign them up. So, instance when I do free work number 2.5. I always round down on the free work. Anyway, I just got a text from somebody who is a coworker. Let's call him a partner. In another venture that I do that's separate from personal training. And very similar, but different. So, that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta be in communication with my people. And that takes time. So after my second client, I had my third block, which is a small group training class where I teach 1 to, I've never had more than 3 or 4 people, do basic strength training, HIIT format, Tabata, boot camp stuff, mobility stuff, a variety, mixed bag of things. Also on a program, so ideally they would be coming a lot, but sometimes you just get randos, and sometimes you get people that have been working with you for a while, but like maybe they aren't feeling so great that day, so they want to do a little something different. And sometimes you get no one, and you don't get paid for that session because no one came. It's like having a birthday party every week, and only sometimes do you have like all the guests that you want. Anyway, so by then I was pretty hungry because it was just my coffee, and I was drinking water, staying hydrated. I'm about 48 ounces into the day, and it's noon, so I probably could drink a little bit more water. Then I had my lunch, which was a small container, but very satisfying. 1.3 cups. It was a small layer, about this much of like delicious rice with a little bit of meat drippings. Then I had a nice piece of chicken, about 6 ounces, no more than that. And then I had, and it was stuffed chicken, so it wasn't no boring chicken breast. And then on top, green beans. Big ups to green beans. And then finished off with a little bit of rescheduling for clients for later, and drove home. And now here I am. I gotta do programming for my blocks for later and make sure that my Project B staff members are working on what they're supposed to be working on, which sometimes they know, sometimes they don't know. Anyway, so far, that's the day in the life. Shaman Athletic Training. Deuces.